So, today we're going to dive into something pretty cool. We're looking at how one developer saw a huge social media trend, those religious short videos, and built a completely free AI tool that basically does all the hard work for you. Let's get into how they pulled it off. You've seen these all over your feed, right? Those really calming, powerful videos that usually have some beautiful nature scene and a Quranic verse playing over it. But have you ever stopped and wondered, hey, how do they actually make those? Well, what if I told you that you could make one yourself in just a few seconds, all with the help of AI? Okay, so to really get why this new tool is such a game changer, we first have to understand the old way of doing things. Let's break down why making these reels has, up until now, been a really time-consuming, hands-on job. There's a familiar formula to these videos. You start with a really striking nature video, something peaceful. Then you add a subtle motion effect to it, overlay the Arabic text of the verse, and finally, sync it all up perfectly with the audio of a beautiful recitation. Every single one of those pieces had to be carefully put together by hand in some editing program. And when you list out the steps, you see just how much work it really was. First, you had to go hunt for the perfect, copyright-free video and download it. Then, you'd add your visual effects. After that, you'd have to carefully place the Arabic text on the screen. Then came the really tricky part, syncing the audio just right. And finally, you'd have to drag everything into editing software to piece it all together and export it. I mean, that is a lot of steps for a short little video. So yeah, that was the old way. But one developer looked at this whole repetitive process and just knew there had to be a better, smarter way to do it. And that brings us to the birth of this new tool and how the entire process got an AI-powered upgrade. And the motivation behind this is just, wow, it's really powerful. The person who made this wasn't just trying to solve a technical problem. They were driven by their faith. They said they wanted it to be a Sadaqah Jariya, an ongoing charity that just keeps giving back. So this whole project was about way more than just writing code. All right, so how do you go from this incredible intention to an actual working piece of software? Let's pop the hood and take a look at how this thing actually works. It all kicked off with a super clear 4-step plan. First, just defining the core idea. Second, taking that idea and breaking it down into simple, manageable tasks. Third, picking the right AI assistant for the job. And finally, and this is the important part, writing a really clear prompt, just giving the AI instructions in plain language about what to build. So the creator used a tool called Verdant AI. Now, unlike some AI tools that just spit out a giant wall of code, Verdant is a bit different. It acts more like a project manager. It takes the big goal and breaks it down into an organized to-do list, which is just perfect for building something complex, one step at a time. And this right here, this is where the magic happens. This is part of the actual prompt he gave the AI. It's not some crazy complex code, it's plain English. Create a web app. Use FMPG for video editing. Use ImageMagick for the text. The creator just described what they wanted, and the AI knew exactly what tools to grab and how to put them together. And what the AI did with that simple prompt was pretty brilliant. It assembled a whole toolkit of powerful open-source technologies. It used Python as the main brain, Fmpeg to handle all the video editing, ImageMagick for creating the text graphics, and it pulled the recitations from everyia.com. The AI just stitched them all together seamlessly. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Python, FFmpeg, prompts. This is all starting to sound a little technical, right? Maybe a bit too complex? But you do not need to worry about any of that. The whole beauty of this project is that the creator did all the heavy lifting so you don't have to. The next part, I'm going to show you how to actually use the final tool. And I promise you, zero coding required. Just a couple of clicks. All right, now for the best part, actually using this thing. You're going to be shocked at just how incredibly simple and easy it is.
Seriously, it could not be easier. Step 1, you download the tool. Step 2, you unzip the file. Step 3, you just double-click the application to run it. No installation or anything. Step 4, this is the fun part, you make your choices. Pick your favorite reciter, the chapter, and the specific verses you want. And finally, step 5, you click Create Video. That is it. The tool does everything else for you.
I mean, just look at this comparison. It's night and day. Before, you practically had to be a developer. You had to install Python, FFmpeg, all these other things, and run it from a command line. Now, no installation, Nothing. You just double-click one file. The entire process went from being for techies to being for absolutely everyone. And what's really cool is that the tool still gives you amazing creative control. You can pick from a list of beloved and famous reciters like Sheikh Abu Bakr al-Shatri or Sheikh al-Manshawi, plus a bunch of other options, so you can create a video that really connects with you personally. But as we saw right from the start with the creator's motivation, this tool is so much more than just a piece of software. It's a perfect example of using our creativity and our technology for something good. And what makes this even cooler is that the creator made the entire project open source on GitHub. They basically gave it as a gift to the community. This means other developers can jump in, add new features, or even take the code and adapt it for their own positive and charitable projects. It's just collaboration at its absolute best. There was also this incredible level of thoughtfulness that went into the details. For instance, the creator realized that the AI was sometimes pulling background videos that just weren't right for a religious video. So they went back and refined the tool to make sure the content would always be respectful and appropriate. It's that kind of care that really makes this project special. So in the end, this is a story about how one person used AI to automate a task, not just to make life easier, but to spread a positive message much more widely and easily. It's a tool that was built with the intention of doing good. And that really leaves us with a final big question to think about. What other positive, helpful things can we build with AI?